Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the updates to the patch 6.4 special site for Final Fantasy XIV. These updates are of course to coincide with the release of patch 6.45, which has officially been slated for Tuesday, July 18th. This was my predicted date. In case you're wondering how we do those predictions, it's normally 8 Tuesdays after the major patch itself. So 6.4 release May 23rd, count 8 Tuesdays, and most of the time you end up with the release date of the .x5 patch. Good thing too, because FanFest was like a week and a half later, so the following 2 Tuesdays, it would have been messy, to say the least. Either way, for 6.45, it should be Variant, Criterion, Hildebrand, Manderville weapons, and Blue Mage. Right, almost forgot Blue Mage. I haven't done Blue Mage stuff in quite some time. Either way, I haven't looked at the stuff yet, so let's see what they got. We can click over here to challenges and then scroll down and see what we have. So here we go, Mount Rockon. You can see some new images here at the bottom. I think this was already here, like this original image. I think all of these are technically new images. I don't remember from the last time I looked. On Hingashi's, hey, stop scrolling. I'm trying to read this first. Be patient, website. On Hingashi's western style of Shisu lies the long-venerated Mount Rockon, once refuge for humble monks and weary pilgrims. The holy site has fallen to a host of malevolent spirits of the most curious shapes and sizes. Since it really wants me to look at the second image here, I guess I'll click on it. So the first image, like I said, I believe we saw, it's still scrolling behind. This image, I believe, was already on the site. This one, we've seen this part. Yoshi P himself actually walked through this section during the letter from the producer live. You can see the Geomancer that's actually here, the same enemies that we saw in Swallow's Compass. Always good to see new Geomancers pop up. I know with FanFest around the corner, people think Geomancer, and they're like, hey, you got anything to say about that? No, I don't. Then we have the third image, which appears to be the kind of just the menu of what we're going to have for our boy Hancock here. You can also see, I almost said Tataru for a second, Nanamo's image there in the top left. So you can see how it kind of just like opens space up for new variant dungeons as well. Otherwise, this menu is identical. I'm not going to go into the details of that entry there that's unveiled. There's probably some light spoilers, but you can also see that even the text that's on the screen here is very little of what is actually like collectively there. For some reason you can't see my mouse cursor. I don't know why, but normally it captures. But you can see that there's like a scroll window right there, and that means that there's a lot more to this than what is there. But this is identical to the way it was before. And finally, we have the minion. We saw this minion during the letter from the producer live as well, and that's probably, if I had to guess, related to getting the entries, or most of the entries, if not all of the entries, unless they made some sort of other drop available for it. It's either from an achievement or a rare drop or something of the latter, but probably just from doing all 12 of the entries, maybe even just for finishing the entire quest. Normally, after you finish all the entries, and I say normally, there's only one other variant dungeon, there's like a 13th true ending, and then you do a quest after that, and then, you know, you get a reward from that. So that might be, this might be from that, but you know, we don't know, but we did suspect that it was probably from this when we saw it from the letter from the producer live. Now, we also have the Criterion dungeon, another Mount Rockon Savage. And I think, again, this image was here. However, I can see another image. The Criterion dungeon, another Mount Rockon, presents 2 difficulty levels with unique. I was going to get to it. I was reading the thing first. That is both hideous and awesome. So the throne mount from the previous Criterion dungeon was from clearing it repeatedly. You would get 4 coins and you needed to exchange 100 coins to get the mount, or the mount could rarely drop from the last boss. This mount's a little more tempting for me. And I will say this, the mount from the original Criterion was able to be sold, but there were some other issues with it where you basically couldn't make any progress towards obtaining it while doing Savage. So you had to do the normal mode Criterion, which makes it a little easier to farm because you don't have the pressure of the like permadeath and wasting 24 minutes on the Enrage. But all the same, I don't know. I guess it's not that I don't want it to take 25 runs to get, but the whole not getting any progress towards it from doing Savage was one of the criticisms of Savage's reward structure, and we have no idea if they've made any sort of changes. Like they said they did, they made like a very brief mention of some sort of change for the rewards, and they were like, we'll talk about it next live letter. And then they didn't talk about it next live letter. So I don't know what to expect. I'm still expecting the rewards are not good, to be honest. I want them to be good. I just think that you'll get a banner for your house or 1 materia. whatever you want. Either way, pretty sick looking mount. I'm hoping I can get it, but I'm not too stressed about getting that one at the same time. Blue Mage update we have here. Patch 6.45 will see the level cap of Blue Mage raised to 80. All new job quests, gear, blue magic spells. Enthusiasts of the Azure Arts will also find their Blue Mage logs updated with 5.x content. We can see our pimp outfit for this patch. That's probably everyone's favorite part of Blue Mage, is getting a new pimp outfit for that one. We can see this crystal. I wonder, I'm trying to think, because that looks a lot like just kind of the old school Final Fantasy crystals. However, you know, a little bit more maintained. I'm trying to think. It's been a long time since I've like compared the crystals from the different games. Blue Mage is like, I think most people think of Blue Mage from Final Fantasy V, and it doesn't really look like the Final Fantasy V crystals, though. If anything, it looks closer to like the Final Fantasy I or Final Fantasy III crystals. So I'm curious what this is, and I know I'm trying to think back if I've seen a crystal like that in 14. But either way, it's just that one story picture that we have here. This is going to be part of the story quest. And then just a screenshot of Blue Mages doing the Innocence encounter, which, you know, we've seen that we get a skill from Innocence, did we? I think we get the spear, the lights. Yeah, you can see him casting. I knew it. I remembered seeing it. I remember seeing them post a screenshot of, yeah, you can see the Blue Mage casting it right here. The spears crashing down that attack. Yeah. Okay, so there was a picture of it if I had just, paid attention. Somehow further Hildebrand adventures. We just get another picture of Brandy Hildy. Spoilers, I suppose. This has been one of my favorite parts of Hildebrand. I won't say anything else in case you haven't done it. But I think that these are the best Hildebrand quests that we've had so far. And that Brandy Hildy is definitely a big part of that. In the wake of further alien-related mishaps, Hildebrand and his crew are joined by the Inspector's flat-featured clone, Brandy Hildy, thus reinforced. The group is even better equipped to find trouble as they continue digging into the whereabouts of Poo-Poo's elusive friend. That description and this picture were here before. And I think I pointed out Brandy Hildy, who is in this picture, and you can see Professor or Dr. Luge over there. And then I think this was this here before? I think the Manderville weapon was also here before. This exact screenshot. Yeah, it was. And then this was definitely here. I think that might be all for the new stuff that's posted, unless there's like new pictures down below, maybe new mounts, new minions, new emotes. And then I think all of this down here, if we go to the media button, is probably just, yeah, this will just flag the exact new pictures, which is probably not anything we didn't just see when we were going through. Yep. Okay. Oh, the emote, I guess. Let me go back to the 6.4 site and go all the way back down to the emote, because that was apparently new as an image. Oh, yeah, you can see it right there. Okay, we'll zoom in over here. Did we see this? I feel like we saw this emote in the live letter, but I've forgotten already. And it's just like a one moment. That's what it looks like. Okay, to be fair, the dude on the left he looks like he's saying one moment, and the other one looks like they're just scouring through the book. So, yeah, I mean, that's a new emote. That's probably from Criterion variant. I mean, there's not very many options. Maybe it's Blue Mage, but, maybe that's the blue. Wait a minute. No, that might be the Blue Mage log itself. Is that the actual Blue Mage log? Is that what it looks like? It looks to me, looking at the writing, that it's actually probably a ledger. So it could be Hancock going through a ledger. But it's not obvious, I feel. So I'm not going to say that with confidence. Either way, those are the new images that are available on the patch 6.45 site. And that's going to be a wrap for the video. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share. And stay tuned. I am going to be posting content on Variant, on Criterion next week. Thoughts, state of the realm, all the usual stuff you expect to see from a patch. And don't forget, I'm not going to Fan Festival. So if you're looking for a place to hang out with the community and enjoy the news, I will be live on Twitch co-streaming all the stuff. I posted a video about the panels and everything they've already announced. Plus, the same day you see this, there will also be a video of me going over what to expect from FanFest in terms of news about the expansion. It's probably a little outdated because we now know that the live letter will be about 6.5, but all the same, it's going to cover the more important details. Anyway, that's going to be a wrap for me. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. And until then, take care.